What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's us. Let's get productive. So, I have a really dope plugin that I want to bring to the channel today. I want to take a quick break from the VSTs for a little bit and just focus on the plugins and enhancement of audio. And this plugin that we're going to be reviewing today comes from a company called Yum Audio. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, they have really dope plugins and their UI designs for their plugins are dope. You can tell the craftsmanship is there and they take pride in the work that they do. I've been really pleased with a lot of their plugins, but I'm going to focus on one of their plugins today that I've found very useful in my workflow. And I think it's something that you guys are going to enjoy too. The name of this plugin is called Spread. So we're going to get right into it. We're not going to waste any more time, and I'm going to show you what Spread can do for you. So, as always, I have Logic queued up and ready to go, and this is Spread by Yum Audio. Now, what Spread is it's a 4-band stereo spreader for your stereo signal. So, if you're looking to get more width in any of your sounds and really spread it out, this is the kind of plugin that you're looking for. But what really makes this thing unique is that 4-band control over the different frequencies. So, you can really focus on individual frequencies or individual areas of the frequencies for whatever sound that you're applying this thing to and spread it out or narrow that sound down however you want to do it. It's up to you, however you want to do it. And I'm going to show you how this thing works. It's super dope. But first, before we get into it, let's check out the UI. I really, like I said in the intro, I really love what Yum Audio does as far as their UI. It's very creative, really cool looking. You can resize the UI, as you can see right here, which is really dope. That's always super cool. And right here, you have your 4 bands. You can adjust those 4 bands. So if you come right up here to the top, you can adjust from 50 hertz over to 100, and that's going to apply to your low frequencies and so on and so forth. You can go over to your high mids and adjust the parameters of the frequencies that you want to be affected by the high mid wheel. And you have your highs over here. And for each of these bands, you can make your adjustments. You can make that stereo signal very narrow, or you can make it very wide. This is really dope, and it's especially dope to be able to use something like this on your master channel because you can really narrow the low frequencies and the low mid frequencies so that they're not affected by that stereo signal, and really go over to the high mids and the highs and make your adjustments to how wide or narrow you want that sound to be. So you really have a lot of control over your stereo signal and what it is that you want to be processed by this plugin. It's very simple to use, very straightforward. I mean, what you're looking at is what it is. It's pretty simple. You can turn off the individual wheels here, the individual bands. You can turn them off and just focus one by one on each band and kind of get that sounding how you want. Now, for the sake of this video and just previewing this plugin for you guys so you can see what it does, I put this plugin on the master channel of this beat that I just made, and we'll just listen to the beat real quick just so you can hear how it sounds with nothing. Okay, so that's pretty much the beat. For the sake of this video, I'm going to focus on just one section of the beat. It's where the bass line actually comes in. And now we're going to turn Spread on, and I'm going to go through each of the bands, and I'm going to show you how this thing really works. This is Spread with all the bands turned on. And as you can see, everything is operating. Now, if I wanted to just focus on the low frequencies of this beat, over here you'll see you have a letter S next to each band. That letter S is to solo that band so you can hear what it is that's happening on that band as far as the stereo signal is concerned. And over here on the left, you have the power button, so you can completely turn the processing off for that band altogether. We're going to keep them all on, and I'm going to just hit S and focus on the lows down here so you can hear what's happening. And you'll notice as I dial the signal in, you get more of a mono effect in those frequencies. And if I open it up, it spreads out that sub. Now right here, up here, you'll notice that the bandwidth is pretty wide. I can narrow that bandwidth down and get to more of the lower frequencies. So instead of 50 to 128 hertz, we can bring it down to 50, between 50 and 60 hertz. And this low band right here is going to only affect everything between 50 and 60 hertz. So let's play it. So you can really move this thing around and try to find what it is you're looking for with the low band. I'm gonna bring it down here to 60. And that's where a lot of the mud lives in the bass. And I can narrow that instead of having it wide. Right? And then we can solo the low mid. And make our adjustments. And I can do the same here with the high mids. And I can move over to the highs. And once I unhighlight solo, everything will play. So let's check out the beat with spread turned off. And then we'll turn spread on. The changes I made were very subtle, but if you have headphones on, you will be able to hear the difference. I can make the changes more drastic, so you can check it out. Now down here you do have an intensity knob. It's kind of like your mix knob, and you can kind of dial in or dial back the level of processing you want to actually happen via the plugin, how intense you want it to be. If you look up here at the top, you'll notice that you have presets. And you can go through all kinds of different presets to get a different sound. So I'll just go through them. Now this is a perfect opportunity for me to give you guys an example of something else that this thing is really cool at. Not only does it affect the stereo imaging, but it's also really good for panning the individual bands. So if you look up here, you'll see these wheels turn left and right. So after you adjust the stereo field and how wide or narrow you want it to be, you can also pan that bandwidth to the left or the right. You can do some really cool and creative things with this, and I'm really loving it. So yeah, that's basically it as far as spread goes. Yum Audio, you created something really dope. I think this is something you guys should definitely check out. It's really cool. You're gonna have a lot of fun with it, especially on sounds like pianos and pads. You can do some really cool things. So that's basically it. Yum Audio Spread, really dope plugin. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're just tuning in for the first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so that you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.